What's going on to you, Scorpio? So, um, you have the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and you have the Lovers right here for you, Scorpio. So, there's definitely a sense of you, Scorpios, definitely have a lot of choices that you could really be choosing from. Um, I see that there's a lot of delusional people who think that uh, they can control you and that they can make you feel a certain kind of way. And a lot of you Scorpios don't really care about the delusions of grandeur that they're really holding up, because the King of Cups is a person who is emotionally mature, and that no matter how much pressure is applied, they're just going to get bigger in a small space, to the point where you Scorpios pretty much take up that space and you're completely unintimidated by the impression that other people want you to have. Um, when it comes to dating, a lot of people think that they're better than what they actually are, right? Because of hypergamy. So because of hypergamy gotten a lot of people delusional, it really got people to a point where they look stupid. They're making a lot of messed up decisions based upon the delusion of grandeur of, because of the fact that they're better than what they actually are, they can go around treating people like trash. And the more leverage they have is the more they treat people like trash. So a lot of you Scorpios, despite how much dysfunction you Scorpios are getting, a lot of you very much so are willing to be okay with it. A lot of you Scorpios are like, it is what it is. You're okay with it, because at the end of the day gotta end. You Scorpios have choices. Like a lot of the times, because of the delusions of grandeur that we have so much of out here, people won't even take the time to actually get to know you Scorpios sometimes, the real delusional ones, because they're so caught up in their delusion. They won't ask questions about who you are, where you're from, what's going on with you. None of that. If you really pay attention, that's really reserved for one side of the equation. The other side of the equation, they don't ask questions. If you pay attention, they don't be asking questions. The only kind of questions that they ask is when it has something to do with money or their own vanity. Like, they're delusional. They're delusional. They're out of their mind. They're out of there. Sayonara, to the moon with them. So with that being said, a lot of you Scorpios can see this happening in front of your eyes, like, because of their delusion. And a lot of you Scorpios are okay with it. I'm seeing that you Scorpios are okay with having people put you in that box of you're not desired. And, because for you Scorpios, it's like, who cares? The Nine of Pentacles is about, and because of that, the Nine of Pentacles is how you choose to live your life. And the way that you choose to live it is very good. You're catering to you. You're looking out for you. You're making sure that you're well off. Instead of looking for other people to fulfill you, which is not a very good thing. You Scorpios understand that, when are you supposed to stop waiting for someone to come into your life and make you feel wanted and desired? And, they're your partner and they're right there with you, right? Standing next to you, not in front of you, not behind you, but standing next to you. They actually care about you and all that other type of stuff. And the lovers right here really highlights this. The lovers for you Scorpios, this is about, like, You know, you Scorpios like, you know, there's some serious changes going on, because you also got the unalive card, right? So there's some serious changes going on with you Scorpios, and unalive is Scorpio. So you showed up here in your own reading, and that's what I mean. A lot of you Scorpios are like, what does this stuff actually mean for you, right? This has a very profound change for a lot of you Scorpios, because the way that you think about love, the way that you interact with love now is completely different. A lot of you Scorpios are beginning to see love, especially today's standards, like what it is that I was telling y'all about how it is that love in today's world has a price tag on it, right? Venus is really playing that long game on people, where Venus has really clouded a lot of people's judgments. Now, when you really look at it, people really want love to look like a rap video, like champagne, first class flights, or you know, private jets, millions of dollars, diamonds, gold, rubies, you know, the stuff that you see in a music video. And like, those rap stars are talking about celebrating their own wealth. They're not talking about, you know, they're not necessarily talking about like giving it to other people, or like everybody in the world is wealthy. We're talking financially. Those rappers are showcasing a lifestyle that some of them actually live, but that's them. And a lot of people are looking at that type of lifestyle, and like I said before, Venus, Jupiter, that's another problem, right? You know, these are really having a profound effect on things, you know? And then not only that too, but then you couple it up with Saturn, which represents work. So like, that's overwork. That's an overabundance, right? Of wanting wealth, but putting your nose, Scorpio, to the grindstone, right? This is what society would ask of you. Put your nose to the grindstone, you know, worship these rap stars, you know, Rick Ross and Drake and these people, right? And pay attention to how their lifestyle is, and to worship them, right? Forget about the lessons that you have learned, and look at how fly their music videos are. They could put like little fake diamond studs on a bottle and stuff like this. Like, this is the type of lifestyle that they live in, completely forgetting that you're not living that lifestyle as of yet. You have to actually position yourself to have access to that lifestyle. And again, this has everything to do with the reading, because this is what I'm talking about that's going on with you Scorpios. Like, there's a huge shift going on with y'all, where I'm seeing that a lot of you Scorpios are like, yo, y'all might as well just do your own thing and stop worrying so much about really trying to be in one. Because the psychology of where you Scorpios are taking it, y'all are taking it from the perspective of like the Four of Pentacles. Like, what is even the point? The way that y'all think, right? And then you have the Hermit on top of that. The way that a lot of you Scorpios are thinking, you Scorpios are like from the perspective of, what is even the point of y'all even dating? Because so many people are so vain, they're so narcissistic, they're so self-absorbed, they're so delusional, right? You know, they're so like far gone. They're so far gone. People don't ask questions to find out what you Scorpios are about. You know, legitimate questions. How are you? Where are you from? What you like to do? What's your zodiac sign? Because they don't know you. What's your zodiac sign, right? You understand what I'm saying? Questions that are actually about you. They don't ask questions. They don't ask where you from. It's none of this equal or equitable exchange and take, or give and take. It's always this, one person has to be the interviewer and the other person has to be the one getting interviewed. But the person who's getting interviewed is upset that the person is interviewing them, right? Like the bratty teenage on either side, the bratty teenage celebrity who is too stuck up to understand that not everybody has this lifestyle. You know, the person who doesn't appreciate what it is that they have. So because they don't appreciate it, they act like a jerk. They get on. So all of this is coming to a point with you Scorpios where it's like a lot of y'all are looking at it like, yo, like you're not even in the rat race. Like this isn't even like the need to have someone like I'm almost looking at it, if I may, right? Because I got so many thoughts in my head about exactly knowing what this reading is about. It's hard for me sometimes to convey the message because I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I can go different ways with it. For you Scorpios, this is almost like a sense of like desperation where like you seeing how other people are like desperate to be in these types of dysfunctional relationships, and like a lot of you Scorpios are like, yo, why, you know what I'm saying, like why are so many people so desperate to be in dysfunctional relationships? Like people so much want to stunt and act like they cool, and the flights and the flying people out and the spending money for like access to certain things, yachts, champagne, Bugattis, for like it's like a lot for you Scorpios. Y'all are looking at it like, yo, like this is too much. Like this is just like so many people are acting like goobers. So many people are acting like weirdos. So many people are getting on like they odd, like they're crazy, like they weird. And I just see that like a lot of you Scorpios are like, yo, like take you, like keep you in your home. You know, like keep you in your home. Like let's stay in the home. Let's actually stay away from these individuals, because a lot of you Scorpios are looking at it like, yo, this world is crazy. Being real is not mainstream anymore. Being real is not the order of the day. And the truth is that it hasn't been for a long time. I'm telling you, people's egos are huge. One is the size of a planet. The other one is a giant. Let y'all figure that one out. One on one side, our egos is the size of a giant. Our egos are huge. On the other side, ego so big, it has its own orbit. The hair, the makeup, the nails, everything is catered to your narcissism. Everything is catered to your vanity. If you want to make money, cater to a person's vanity. And then when you're not catering to their vanity, now their vanity is the very same thing that's making them unhappy in the long run, and they know that it is. But when you not catering to their vanity, they're trying to make your life hell, because to them that's the most important thing, and that's the thing that they're holding on to. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles is like, you Scorpios are really trying to get out of this wheel, trying to get out of this confusion, this warped sense of reality that a lot of you Scorpios have found yourselves in, where y'all are dating, right? Y'all are dating and getting to know other people, but you've seen how a lot of people, quite frankly, if I'm being transparent, have lost touch with reality. So it's like, so for you Scorpios, y'all are more like, y'all are on some hermit type stuff, where you Scorpios are like, yo, let's actually get out of here. Let's actually be in a world where, you know, y'all can just be by yourselves, right? There's that sense of solitude, that sense of seclusion, where it's like, nah, let's because the Two of Pentacles is frustrating. It's hard to get through to a person who's too far gone. And you're right. That's why it is that you Scorpios not even supposed to try. And then you Scorpios have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords right here is about how a lot of you are Because all it is that they're going to do is mess with you, get on your nerves. That's all one of these weirdos are going to do, is mess with you. They're going to get on your nerves. They're going to get you upset. They're going to get you enraged because you got to understand that people who are narcissistic like that are often emotionally illiterate. So these are people, if you ever really pay attention, they're childlike. When you actually get to know them, they don't really have any, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, their growth has, honestly, their internal growth, if you ever get a chance to peep game, their internal growth has been stunted. So what do you do with these type of people, right? Like, how do you figure this out? The answer to this, Scorpio, is you leave weirdo people like that alone. There's this uptick in the planet right now of weirdo narcissists, you know, and how it is that we deal with that is we just decide to just first and foremost, we heal ourselves by having our ego shrink and letting that generation of people go out of existence, so that the people who are compassionate but not so compassionate to where they're overly stimulated or sensitive, let them give it to them, you know, to where they're compassionate enough to where they're not crazy and they're not like tantalizing and disrespectful towards others, and they have a respect for other people's lives and livelihood, but they're also hard enough to actually continue on and be anti-fragile. So that's what it is that we need to do. We just need to leave them alone at the end of the day. You Scorpios just need to just kind of go on a break for a little while. You know, don't date for this month. If you're not already with someone, don't date for this month. Let's clarify 4 swords. King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, which is Taurus, 5 of Pentacles, King of Wands. Because honestly, all the things that you're doing is going to go in vain anyway. Everyone may not look at you like you're trash, because you're not. But people who are going to be goofy, they will look at you like they're trash. They look at themselves like they're trash. And they try to project that type of nonsense onto other people. So for you Scorpios, if you were to get with someone who has that mentality, or just in general, it's not on point right now. Truth is that most people really gonna have to be okay without ever really having children, if we're really gonna go there, because the population is too dysfunctional right now. Like, and then you have people on YouTube and TikTok trying to save it, and it's like this is the natural progression of where things are supposed to go. We do this we have done this a few times before, you know what I mean? Like, we've done it in Rome, we've done this a few times. What happens when one part of the population, their ego is so big to the point where it's the size of a planet? Well, what happens is you get a dysfunctional population, because these people's mind is warped and they're so delusional and stupid, they can't reel it back in. They can't calm themselves down. They're so ditzy, right? And then you get the other part of the population who is disenfranchised. So what happens? What happens is less people having children is the natural progression of things. That is the way that we are supposed to go, because one side, because you can't make people do what it is that they don't want to do. That's a right. You can't force people. You can go to jail for that. You can't force. That's against the law. You can't force people to do something they don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to do that, you got to trick them into it. But the point I'm trying to make here with that is, this gum is good, but the point I'm trying to make here with that is, I'm giving you Scorpios a real good outline of what it is that I'm talking about. This is the natural progression of where things are going. You have to allow people to learn on their own. And people are so slow and stupid, not here on this channel, but a lot of other people, they so slow and stupid. And what's making them stupid is their ego, the huge, I don't, the vanity, I don't want to, you can't tell. Okay. And I'm not trying to go ahead, live your life. Go ahead. And then they do it. So the Five of Pentacles and the King of Wands, it's to stay single for a little bit. Stay single for this month. You know, if you don't want to and you have a position to be with somebody that you like, by all means. I'm not telling you to go which way or the other. What I'm saying is that I'm giving you an understanding that you do have options. Yeah. You can refrain from blessing this planet with your seed or with your offspring. Huh? It's up to you. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. If you want to get a personal tarot reading from me, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's all the ways to be able to get a personal reading from me, birth chart readings, as well as the books that I have there on Amazon.